Now, 2 News Oklahoma weather.
And back here in Green Country, Ian is unlikely to have an effect on our football games. And Brandon, you're keeping an eye on the latest path of Ian as well as what weather we can expect here in the Tulsa metro area.
That's right, Sharon. Ian is just a devastating storm this afternoon, still awaiting landfall. We're going to take a look at dual Doppler radar Viper 4D, and this is a loop over the past 30 minutes. Let's zoom down a little bit tighter, and the eye is right there. It's between about 30 and 35 miles wide, and it's progressing off towards the northeast, and here's a little bit of a landmass right there. So once the central portion of the eye goes over land, that is technically landfall over southwest Florida with catastrophic storm surge across that area for this afternoon. The satellite picture, very impressive here from space. We're going to zoom down a little bit tighter, and you can see again that eye is almost making that landfall for early to the middle part of the afternoon. It will continue to move off towards the northeast over the next several days. The latest from the National Hurricane Center, still holding at a Category 4 status with those maximum sustained winds upwards of 155 miles per hour. To become a Category 5, we need 156 miles per hour or greater, so it's a very high-end Category 4, almost a Category 5, and so we'll see this over the next couple of days move off towards the northeast. I would expect it to be over the Orlando area by early tomorrow morning as a tropical storm, so once it goes over Florida, it's really going to lose its punch over the next few days. We could see a secondary landfall as a tropical storm by later in the week on Friday over the coast of South Carolina, so we'll be watching that carefully over the next couple of days as well. A live look now at the Tulsa State Fair. This all part of Wade's RV Weather Camera Network. Just a slight breeze right now between about 5 and 15. The fair opens up tomorrow, the midway. The ride's opening up at high noon, and the forecast for opening weekend looks excellent with lots of sunshine. Actually, those high temperatures will be lowering a little bit over the next 2 days. 80 degrees is the current temperature. A live look now from ORU at the Cityplex Tower. This is all part of also Wade's RV Weather Camera Network. 57 degrees was that refreshing start. Southeasterly winds now between about 5 and 10. The relative humidity is super low at just 33%. Very high fire danger existing across eastern Oklahoma for the rest of this afternoon and throughout the early evening because of those very low relative humidity numbers and also drought conditions around Green Country. 82 right now in Pryor, 81 in Grove. A little bit cooler up towards Coffeyville in southeast Kansas at 77, but it gets warmer off towards the south. We have mid-80s already around Stigler and also in McAllister. On the satellite picture here, you can see, of course, Hurricane Ian going off towards the northeast. In our neck of the woods here, just a few high thin cirrus clouds from time to time across eastern Oklahoma, but lots of sunshine expected over the next several days. 88 degrees is our forecast high for later today. East-southeasterly winds sustained between about 5 and 15, and with the low relative humidity, I know it's dangerous for fire weather, but of course when we lower down that humidity, these higher temperatures really make it feel good outside with those lower relative humidity values. 85 degrees expected around Pryor, low 80s around Rogers and Grove, up towards Coffeyville, mid 80s in Bartlesville. It gets a little bit hotter off towards the south and southwest, reaching the lower 90s, especially around Bristow and Seminole and out towards Oklahoma City at 90. Then overnight tonight, crystal clear skies, pretty light winds between about 5 and 10 pulling out of the east, and we're down into the mid-50s at 54 degrees, so just a little bit colder for tomorrow morning compared to what we experienced this morning, with outlying locations once again dipping down into the mid to the upper 40s across northwest Arkansas and across the north here, close to 50 degrees in Bartlesville and also in Coffeyville. Your latest 10-day forecast on Thursday, tomorrow 80 degrees and sunshine. We have mostly sunny skies on Friday, 81, with those morning lows holding into the 50s. Helping to plan your day tomorrow, the 8 o'clock temperature at 56, slow warm up tomorrow at 70 degrees at high noon, lots of blue sky at 5 and around 80. And your extended forecast for the weekend, temperatures going back up into the mid 80s, getting closer to 90 degrees for next week, especially on Tuesday, along with partly cloudy skies, and eventually those overnight lows will get closer to 60 degrees.